Yeah, playlist has changed again.
Why is that?
Because Bill doesn't like pansy dance music. Bill likes loud, obnoxious music.
Or classic rock.
Yeah, well, we listen to classic rock every freaking day when Lloyd's here. So now, there's no more classic rock, because Lloyd's not here. It's only out of respect for Lloyd. We haven't even played the riff since Lloyd's been here. You know that? Serious.
So our Cobra still has one big gaping hole in here, but luckily somewhere around here over to the backside we actually have the motor almost finished and ready to plop back in. We're going through summer shutdown with everybody going on vacation, so that's kind of slowing down our process because we have so many cars that we want to get out in the next few days. So as typical, like any mechanic, his car is the last one to get done. This is the situation with this. We're going to have to wait till some of our customer cars get done, unfortunately, before we do this. So it hurts, but that's the reality of owning a shop like this.
I bought everybody a new tape measure for Canada Day, and it was, each person got their own tape measure, and I told them to put their names on their tape measures, because these guys always...
See? Okay? I have my own.
It says Jeff.
It says Jeff.
Bill?
I have my own. So it wasn't me.
Stole Bill's tape measure, because Keith just came to me and said that he can't find his tape measure!
His fault, not mine.
Mike?
I got my own.
So now, we need to investigate everybody's tape measure to find out who stole Keith's tape measure.
68 convertible. We've taken out the big motor. Well, I shouldn't say the big motor. Both these motors physically have the same cubic inch. They're stroked to 427. This one is now a Roush motor, and the difference between this and our other one is that this one has more of a general profile for being able to drive. So you can cruise this one to the store, you can take it down the highway, you can mash it, and it'll drive you, through the back seat. Mike is just putting back in the steering rack for it and the transmission. Once we get all that stuff in, we'll fire it up for the first time here. The engine's already been dynoed, and it produces well in excess of 515 horsepower and 520 plus foot-pounds of torque. So a real torquey engine, a lot of fun.
Do you mind if I pick it up? Sure. Okay. We're looking at Tim's. Aha, Tim says Tim. Okay, Tim, you're safe.
Some guys use the tools, and they go and do a job, and then they leave the tools and they go off and do another job.
Right.
Then they wonder where their tools were. Because I came in this morning and went, where's my Phillips screwdriver? So I had to backtrack what I did yesterday, and I took the panel off the 37, and there's my screwdriver next to the screws that came out.
Right, so what did we learn?
I'm going to pick my screwdriver up next time and just leave the screws in.
Right, and you have your name on everything, don't you?
Almost.
Almost, see? That's a rule that Bill taught us.
This is the car affectionately known as Sweet 34. We built this a couple of years ago for John and Sue Recker, a local couple that really just enjoy hot rodding, going out to car shows and cruise nights and so on. The car's been a lot of fun for them. It's a multiple award-winning car, and everybody just falls in love with this car when they see it for the first time. So John's been having a little bit of trouble with it now after he's had it for a couple of years. We maintain the car, do any maintenance and so on that the car needs, but he just was at a show this past weekend and the starter messed up on him. So we brought the car in, and we've rebuilt the starter now. And while it was in here, this car was one of our first electronic fuel injection conversions. We put a Holley throttle body system on it with all the components, but it was an early system. We actually pull that fuel injection system out and go back to a nice Edelbrock carburetor, and we did that yesterday. We converted it over, fired the car up, and it ran absolutely beautifully. So we're just going through the process now of getting all this hard fit into the car. We've mocked it up, now we're going to hard fit it in now that we know it works really well. And we should be getting this back for John for this weekend, because I know there's another car show coming up and he really wants this one back. So this is a beautiful car. They've had a lot of fun on it. They actually put a lot of miles on it, but looking underneath it, the way they take care of it, it's as spotless underneath as it is on top. So they pay a lot of attention to that, and it shows. They win a lot of awards. This is our 68 Mustang, and Jeff's just doing now the final buttoning up of all the systems. The car is at a point where we don't have anything new to do to it. We're just now closing it all up. So Jeff has had a lot of mock-up done to the car. Now that we know we're finished with all the building process, it's time to go in, lock everything down for the last time, get all the wires nailed down exactly where they need to be, the AC system locked in the way it should be, and then all the interior in. Once we get through with what Jeff's got to do here, Tim's going to come in. He's got all the interior already pre-built for the car. So within a few days, then he'll have all the interior in. So the car's getting really, really close. And I know the customer's getting really, really anxious. Again, as we said before, this is summertime. This is when people want them. So we still have a few months of summer to enjoy this one.
We solved the case.
The cases are.
No,
The case is solved. Where was the...
it's in Bill's toolbox.
No, actually it wasn't. I'm checking your, look,
Why are you checking everybody's
this
temperature?
is the lie detector temperature. It tells what temperature you're at. So you're at 87.4 on the outside,
So what do you
which
say?
means you're embarrassed because you're lying. You're lying. On the
I
inside,
I actually found it in my
you're
Monte
zero, damn
Carlo.
it.
It was in a box with my tools in the Monte Carlo. I'm sorry, Bill.
What did we learn?
I planted it in Bill's toolbox.
Obsessive is in the same basic stage as our 68 is. It's virtually done. The only thing from a build standpoint that we're waiting on now is the engine cover that you saw in the last video that Chris was building. It's all done. It's in paint this morning. So once that's done, that's our last build part to the car. Then Jeff does the same thing in here. I know he's been working away on it. Button up all the wiring. Tim's already got all the interior done. He's just doing the last wrap on the roll cage. And first cut and polish has already started on the car. So again, really, really, really close to completion. Customer is anxiously awaiting to get this car finished and in his hands so he can have a lot of fun with it for the next few weeks and months throughout the balance of the summer.
Right in the ear. Thanks, buddy. I'm all full of sweat though. I know. It's probably salty.
Probably better.
Like, I need a shower, like right now.
On our 79 Firebird, we have, unfortunately we're going through some vacation time, so we're having a few different people work on the car. We've fit the nose on, and it's getting pretty close to being exactly where we'd like to see it. The fiberglass hood, actually the hinges, and anybody who owns one of these older Camaros or Firebird, or even the Mustangs, will probably know what we're talking about here. These hinges cause all kinds of grief, and I'll explain what I mean. When you actually go to close the hood, you'll see that one side pulls down before the other. So trying to get these cars where the hood sits down the same every single time is a real challenge. So what we've done in the past with a couple of the Mustangs is we went to Ring Brothers, and they actually have a nice, really nice package for replacement hinges. They're all billet aluminum, they're anodized, they look really high-end when you open the hood.